Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where we discuss, review and talk about new and old games or gaming news. My name is Kristina and today we're going to review and talk about one truly gaming classic. Welcome to Silent Hill 2 Remake. The Silent Hill 2 Remake is an ambitious attempt to breathe new life into one of the most iconic survival horror games ever made. Originally released back in 2001 by Konami, Silent Hill 2 is beloved for its haunting atmosphere, psychological depth, and emotionally charged narrative. The remake, developed by Bloober team, brings the town of Silent Hill into the modern era with updated graphics, sound design, and gameplay mechanics. While it succeeds in many areas, it also has some pitfalls that make it a mixed experience for fans of the original. The most obvious improvement in the remake is the stunning visuals. The game runs on Unreal Engine 5, which brings hyper-realistic environments and atmospheric lighting to the table. The fog that shrouds the town of Silent Hill is more immersive than ever, and the decaying, rust-filled locations feel oppressive and terrifying. The character models, particularly James Sunderland, are more detailed, allowing for subtle facial expressions that add to the emotional weight of the story. However, this visual upgrade occasionally backfires. Some fans might find that the eerie, low-resolution textures of the original actually added to the dreamlike horror, where the clarity of the remake might make certain scenes feel less mysterious or abstract. Nonetheless, the aesthetic improvements are largely impressive, maintaining the unsettling feel of Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2 is renowned for its deeply personal story, and the remake sticks faithfully to the original script. James Sunderland returns to the town after receiving a letter from his deceased wife Mary, and what follows is a psychological descent into his guilt and sorrow. Characters like Maria, Angela, and Eddie are all well represented, and their tragic arcs are just as harrowing today. One area where the remake struggles is in pacing. Modern gameplay and sensibilities have led to some tweaks in pacing and exploration that might feel off to veterans of the original. The tension that builds slowly in the original game through exploration and long periods of silence is sometimes undercut by more fast-paced segments in the remake. The gameplay has been modernized in ways that improve the overall experience. The tank controls of the original have been replaced with more fluid, third-person movement, making combat and exploration feel smoother. The inventory system has also been refined, reducing the frustration of item management from the original. Puzzles remain an important part of the experience, though they have been updated to feel more intuitive without sacrificing the challenge that fans remember. Unfortunately, the combat in the remake can feel clunky at times. While it's certainly more responsive than the original, the lack of enemy variety and somewhat dated AI behavior can detract from the fear factor. This can make certain encounters feel repetitive or less impactful than intended. Akira Yamaoka's iconic soundtrack is a critical part of Silent Hill 2's identity, and it is recreated beautifully in the remake. The chilling, ambient tracks heighten the feeling of isolation, and the sound design, such as distant footsteps or inhuman groans, creates a palpable sense of dread. One minor issue is that some sound effects can feel too modern or overproduced, breaking the immersion slightly. The original game's more understated sound design sometimes contributed to the feeling of loneliness in a way that's hard to replicate with higher fidelity audio. The Silent Hill 2 remake is a commendable effort that brings an all-time classic into the modern gaming world. It successfully captures much of the original's atmosphere, emotion, and psychological horror, all while enhancing the experience with new technology. However, it's not without its flaws. The pacing issues, occasional combat frustrations, and overly polished visuals may alienate some die-hard fans of the original, though newcomers to the series will likely find a thrilling introduction to the world of Silent Hill. Ultimately, the Silent Hill 2 remake serves as both a love letter to the original and a reflection of how fast survival horror games have come. It may not fully recapture the magic of the 2001 release, but it's a worthy addition to the franchise, especially for those experiencing the horror for the first time.